Ole, ole, ole. Happy Moon Day, Moon Day. What's up, everybody? I am the goddess of the moon, the High Priestess Phoenix. I am your spiritual healer, teacher, shaman, seer, oracle, light worker, Starseed, Earth Angel, Mystic, Medium, Psychic, Witch, Yogi, Guru, Evangelist, North American Sybil. I am your messenger God, first child of God, the Divine Feminine, in the flesh, the Lilith reincarnated. In order to keep up with me, you had to post or see what I posted in my community page, my latest live video, and anything in my shorts. Do you hear the centaur? What's going on? What's going on is this morning, this is what's going on. This is what's going on. This morning before I left, all the cards are right there. Before I was leaving to go start my car, I was guided to pull out, I saw myself pulling out those cards. So pull out a card. So alright, I pulled out a card. And it was that card. I was like, oh, it's Monday. And I put it away. Okay. Then I heard Wolfman's goofy. Dude, as soon as I saw your face, the fuck? What the fuck? You are so... That's how it happens. You become addicted to my life because it never takes a break. Dude, it's my life. Do you wonder why I'm so fucking tired? So sick and tired. What a life. What a wonderful life. Anyways, he fucking goes and pulls the cards again. It hasn't even been 24 hours. And then you did a live video, and then you did a Sagittarius video, and then you did and then you went to sleep and did another Sagittarius. You couldn't have gone to sleep. What the fuck are you doing, bro? In the essence. All in the mix. But anyways, in there, he pulled the Hermit card. Then I saw his little friend. I saw your little dog, too. And then they were talking about the same old thing, the Hermit card. And I wanted to give some background into that. What that means, because you know you can look at both of their videos and it's like self-love. What does that mean when you go into self-love? When you go into cocoon, when you go into the hermit, you go into the woods, you ground yourself again. You've been through a lot. Now they're making it seem like such a heartbreak and all this. Well, yeah, I'm a bit of a wounded warrior. I got my ass kicked out there. Realistically, what was it? I went to war with my mind. That was about it. Libra season was intense for me. It was an intense time of me balancing things out, which was my masculine and my feminine, and just my real world too, and just my direction, my mind, a lot of things. I was balancing. So now, as we go into Scorpio season, all that shit, you know what I mean? I come back carrying, I'm like fucking Forrest Gump carrying all these dead bodies, or all these fucking wounded people, and I'm putting them on the fucking, you know, I'm in the infirmary is where I am. I'm literally in the infirmary. I just need to pull my energy back and get ready for that next big war. I can't just sit at the top of the mountain. I got to come up here, though, and, you know, have some God time. I need to take care of myself, and especially on a Monday like today. But that's what they were picking up in the cards, and I felt it. I woke up, I was like, I don't want to go to school. I've been sleeping, like, I slept really good. I've been waking up tired. That's what I said to Diana. She was talking to me last night. I was just yawning in her face, back to back to back. I'm so tired. Mental exhaustion, I guess that would be. There wasn't too many, you know, emotional spikes, except for that panic attack. That was pretty harsh. That Monday, that dude, yeah, that whole situation, that was a super trigger. But that's just it. I'll just be going through some shit, and then you need to pull yourself back, get your mind straight, call back your energy. You put your energy into so much, you know what I mean? I put my so much energy into a lot of different areas of my life during the last month, and I'm like, okay, pull it all back. And that's where it says is you're trying to work on yourself and redirect yourself and refocus. Yeah, I'm planting new seeds and shit as I'm letting shit go, and that's what it's supposed to be. It's like, you're always plowing, dude. You're always in the garden, bro. If you're gonna run a fucking farm, you're gonna be a whole, you know, E-I-E-I-O, the farmer of, you know, manifestations and shit. There's a time. There's a time to reap and a time to sow. I'm not singing that song. To everything turns. I told you I wasn't going to, but I can't really not do what they say. It's like in my throat. That's what that means. It's like, oh, I need to center myself. I need some time for just myself. I've been through a lot right there. That was a lot. And as I come out of it, I was posting, you know, shit. Obviously, the sexual energy is still very much brewing. We're in the energy of it. It's only going to get fucking worse until I take that adventure come Sagittarius season. What is that? Well, that's a whole nother bag of problems. That is a whole nother bag of problems. Do you understand how big of a bag of problems that's going to be? What? I'm Lilith. with an insatiable sexual desire that cannot be satisfied. And we're opening up this box, Pandora's box. You can't even meet me mentally or emotionally. How the fuck are you going to satisfy me sexually? In the essence, is it really I'm so hard to satisfy? No, it's that what I'm made of. I'm the maiden of this, where it's always exploratory. It's always like every experience is new, and fuck, it's just going to be bad. I just know it. It's going to be bad. It's like, oh shit, the whore in me got out. Oh fuck, I need a partner so that I don't be out, being stupid. I need a consistent partner, dude. You think you have needs. I've been known in time. That's what I was laughing about you motherfuckers. I've been known in time not to be able to be satisfied by one man. Oh God, I'm seeing my Eve. Oh, whoosh. Might need to bring that book out. Oh God. Talk about addictions and shit. Because I heard that it's pleasure. I'm a pleasure seeker. Once I find pleasure, it's going to be, you know what I mean? It's like, oh no, you let the cat out the bag. You're a pussy. Really? Yeah, you can see it. It's oozing out. Totally is. I said this great thing and I just laughed in my car so hysterically like a fucking lunatic. I was like, I'm not getting vitamin D from these cows. I'm ready for goat's milk. I told him so meanly. But that's what it is. You guys have this distorted view. It's like, oh, you thought you was going to come fucking, you know what I mean, use me. You thought you was going to milk me. You thought you was this, that, and the other. Can we just change the the roles may be reversed in this? And I told him last night, I was like, why do I have to be your wife when I can milk you on the weekends? And unlike your wife, I don't want your money. I want your true power. I want what she can't give you, or what she doesn't want. Realistically, yeah, we got problems. I started having a child moment yesterday. I don't want to be old. Why do I have to have gummy worm dicks? Why do I have to have limp dicks? I started laughing at God this morning. That's some bullshit. You're gonna have to work hard for this. What? What? Anyways, been through a lot. And the best part of it was my twin flame Bri. I was so excited to see him. No, I'm not chasing Bri. You don't go and ruin a man's life like that. He's got a good thing. I ain't gonna bring my chaos. I'm not gonna go over there and destroy Oklahoma with a tornado. Leave it alone. Leave it alone. But he gave me something to hope for. He gave me, dude, and that's what I said to him. Hey, bro, I am surrounded by weak men. I really needed that vision yesterday. I needed a reminder that not all men are men. That's why I started crying about it. I was like, oh God, where am I ever going to find a man? It's like, not like these men. You get surrounded by, your environment, and you forget that, there's bigger fish in the sea. Okay. Anyways. So we're sitting here. Just thinking about what we've done. We're hanging on the cross upside down, as this is usually how I visualize myself, but not in a pretty dress. We're in suspension, a forced suspension. No, I'm cool with it, dude. This is the kind of day where I'm gonna take a shower and just put on clean pajamas. I can never get away with that. Do you know that? Why? Because I always have to put on clothes to go outside and smoke a cigarette. I eventually go outside. It's like I'll just go out in my pajamas. It's Halloween. You just kind of sit there and reflect and let the shit fall off. You're like, oh, yeah. Yeah. Wow. I mean, are we looking at last week or like my life? What part of my life needs to fall off now? It's kind of what the shedding process is. But in the essence, the shedding is only coming from Scorpio season, but the moon is building up to greatness. It's like, oh, so basically we're fucking pulling the cabbage and we're waiting for the corn. Yes, that's what they showed me. Cabbage Patch Kids. When I saw that, I saw the mandrake root. Maybe we need to burn some of that shit. All right. So our current energy is hanging around. I went to Temperance. Temperance. Do you know why that's the card of Sagittarius? Because we have to balance our beast mode all the time. All the time. Okay, first off, Diana told me a story yesterday. And I listened to the whole story. And then this morning I was sitting there with the Holy Spirit. And it's like, she's a fucking liar. And I'm going to tell her to her face, that fucking hooker. I heard it come out of my mouth and I just started laughing. I was like, oh, is that the inner child or the true self? She's fucking hooker? Why did you call her that? Because of what I saw last night? And why did you call her that? Because she's a liar. I said something about Ali. She's like, I think I saw him. Anyway, she said she went on a date with a Sagittarius. I was like, oh, well, that could be fun. I was like, rule number 1, don't tell him what to do. Just go with the flow. I was like, and, yeah, and we don't like to be tied down, and, you know, we're just having fun. Don't fuck up our vibe. If we choose to include you in the adventure, don't be a party pooper. Pretty much, yeah. I could tell you about how, you know, people like me act. But that's where it is. It's like, we're in motion. We're in motion. We might include you in our motion, but we're always in motion. That's where it is. That's why you want to watch the Sagittarius videos. These motherfuckers don't never stay still. No, we're stallions. You guys are like animals. You know what I mean? Like, what do we got? The goat, the ram, the fish, the scorpion. You guys are all a bunch of, you know, fucking physical beings. We're a mystical being. Mystically speaking. Really? Yeah. Yeah. Anyways, moving on. Where'd I go to? Resilience. We gotta keep it up. 9 of Wands. Temperance. Keep going. Chariot. Keep going. It's like, what am I supposed to do? Just hang around for a minute. And, you know, you collect your thoughts. You collect your energy. You collect your wisdom. Pick your fucking pants up. Oh yeah, Wolfman. What the fuck was that? I told Wolfman last night all angrily, when you get fucking home, you fucking change your fucking clothes. Last night he said he had no underwear to wear, so he went out and bought clothes. And then now he's got to ship some clothes home. And I'm like, that's not what I meant, douchebag. What are you going to do with the dirty clothes? You're just going to have a bag of dirty clothes sitting at home? Why don't you just wash your underwear? What the fuck? This is what I mean. People be fucking up my fucking words. Didn't I say it directly? It wasn't like, you know. And then I got to download Russ is running away again. What'd you see? I don't know, Russ boarding a plane. Where are you going, Russ? Russ is going somewhere. Whether today, or I saw it this morning, whether he's going today or whenever I see him boarding a plane in the near future. Or past. I don't know. Anyways, the Fool's, this is a stage of your journey. The Fool's view on the world has completely changed. He has struggled to gain control over his circumstances and himself. Right. This is the Fool's journey. This is everybody's journey through the dark night of the soul, through the ascension, through whatever. I'm going to say myself, because I'm the fucking fool playing this fucking game. I don't know if you're being foolish enough to take this journey with me. Alright, so my view on the world has completely changed. I have struggled to gain control over my circumstances and myself, to understand reality. Now I am prepared to give up everything in order to complete my quest for spiritual enlightenment. I let go and surrender to the void, hanging suspended in the world tree, the cosmic axis that links the world of above, middle, and below, waiting for whatever will come. I have sacrificed myself, allowing for the force of the universe to do with me as they will. The hangman depicts a great world tree of Yggdrasil. The Norris, and that's, you know, the tree of life. It's the same thing. Oh shit, is our 10-day energy shifted? I have no idea. I have no idea. I'm not tapped in. I feel like I'm seeing October 22nd. Did we read October 22nd's energy? What's today? We must have. Yeah, we read it early. Okay. Sorry. Anyways, go back. Which has its branches in Asgard, the upper world, its trunk in the middle realm of Earth, and its roots in the underworld, where the three Norse weave the web of world. Okay, and that's the fates, and they're in the underworld, right? I posted something last night. I was like, I live in the in the lowest level of hell. We all live in hell on Earth, right? If you consider where I live in a homeless shelter, so I live in the lowest level of hell on Earth. But it's right where God lives. He lives at you know what I mean? It's the gate into heaven. You have to go through all the layers, and that's what Dante describes. It's a journey down into the darkest layers to ascend. And that's where it is. It's like, do you think I'm favored by, you know what I mean? You that live on the surface are trying to be favored by man. I'm not favored by man. I'm favored by God. I live in between. I'm the in between, always. When you come into the dark, that's where you meet me. I'm the dark goddess. I walk you through the dark night of the soul, all layers of your ascension, which is basically your dark feelings, your dark memories, and your dark experiences. You go through all the darkness, and I show you the light straight to God. I show you what's on the other side. But I can't take this walk because it's your hidden memories, you hide it inside of yourself. It's a hidden place inside of yourself. I guide you from the outside in, and I tell you what you'll see in there. I tell you every layer of it. But what the reality inside of there are built off of your experiences. Odin was determined to learn the secrets of the runes himself. What are the runes? It's a language, just like trying to learn hieroglyphics. As we read yesterday, we actually read it in a completely different book. We read it in the Teachings of Buddha. There was a man, and he wanted to learn the secrets. So he was asked to sacrifice, his flesh. So he asked for the secrets so he could put them into the tree before he died. So here's Odin, was determined to learn the secrets of the runes for himself. To prove himself worthy, he hung himself from the branches of Yggdrasil, forbidding any other gods to help him in any way. And that's it. Harry Potter, no, this is my battle. I'm going in there to sacrifice myself. He wants to kill me, let him kill me. That's what it is. It's like you have to make this, and you don't understand, and we spoke about that yesterday. What's the way to God? Sacrificing yourself for his life, on his vision on your life. You have to give yourself up to him. He can't force you. That's your free will. He pierced himself with his own spear, sacrificing himself to himself, staring down into the well below, calling forth the runes, said, "Before I give myself for this information. I'm willing to die for this information. So I give myself for this information." So he cut himself with the intentions to bleed to death and looked down for the information. He felt himself a worthy sacrifice. All he wanted from this world was to know the truth before he died. And that's what I said. I'd give my soul for it. Anything they ask. That's what I'm searching for. For 9 days and 9 nights he hung between life and death, until at last he beheld the shapes of the runes within the waters and the secrets that underlay them, giving up one of his eyes in return. And that's what it is like, I sat there for how long with Metatron, looking at the shapes within the waters and the secrets that laid underneath them. And what did I lose? I don't know. Time? Giving up one eye. It's funny I see that, because that's what it is too, the eye of Ra. So that the eyes to see. We read about that in the Bible and in the Quran, having the visions. This is a sacred card of forced suspension and inaction, which is exactly what you need at the present time. If you try to push things forward, you'll waste your energy. This is an opportunity to turn your attention from the material concerns and focus awareness inwards, as a valuable spiritual lesson is being offered to you right now. And that's what Gary said in his. He's like, you're going through a spiritual awakening. I know. You go through something and it makes you wake up real quick. You have an experience and you gain wisdom, which is called the awakening. You learn some serious shit. You took a vacation. What'd you learn out there? Oh my God. I just want to sit still for a minute. It's like, oh, I went through a lot. And that's really what it is. Are you ready for your next journey? No. Hold on. I'm not ready for my next tour. I need to clean my guns. Whoosh. This is a card. Yeah. The Hangman demands sacrifice. We talked about it. I'm in Persephone. You have to surrender. Just chill. Wait for your next orders and clean yourself up. What I'm going to do? Just take care of myself? And that's what self-love is. It's like, tend to yourself. Don't tend to the world. Tend to yourself, which is your feelings and your thoughts and your outer body. Get good rest. You know, there's these days where you have to just tend to yourself. He requires that you relinquish control and surrender to the higher purpose. It may be that you have to give up a cherished belief, a dream, attitude, habits, deep-seated anger, desire, negative emotions, bad relationships, a stressful job, or a pursuit of money in order for you to reconnect with your spiritual purpose. And that's what it means. You gotta let go of all this stuff for a minute. If only a minute. And it can't be just a minute. Give yourself a day to let it all go. Why do we do this? Especially on a Monday. Because the energy. I said this to Diana. I was like, I'll be chilling. And then he reaches out on a Monday. Why on a Monday? Because he's in his thoughts and his feelings. I was like, that's what's interesting. He's not pushed by that. Because he's a water sign. He's pushed to reach out on those days when the emotions are high. That's interesting. I've caught you. I do it when the adventure is high. When the sun is out. You do it when you're deep in your waters. You fucking raining my parade. The word sacrifice means to make sacred. Like the tribal shaman on a vision quest, this is a time when you can experience profound insight and when wider possibilities open up. And that's where it is. You sit and do nothing, and that's where all those things come. Sit and just take a bath and just, no intention, no hurry. And shit comes to you. You know what I mean? Take time to just kind of, even doing just little tasks. I hate folding laundry, but I already did all that. Like, just little tasks. Hey, be proud of me. Be proud of me. I broke a habit today. I'm trying. Normally I come in and I spend like 20, 30 minutes cleaning as soon as I come in. Why? Because I don't do any of it while I wake up. And instead, I just closed everything. I made her bed. I put little things down and I just sat and got to work. I tried to break that habit of wasting my first morning time getting all tired worrying about cleaning the room. Really? Yeah. I mean, you should know that. Kids, when they're getting ready for school, they just tear up the whole fucking house real quick. Really? Oh, yeah, for sure, dude. And so normally I spend about 20, 30 minutes before I do my live just walking around cleaning and shit. And that's a lot of wearing out my energy. I just wanted to point that out. I said that I had a bad habit that I couldn't break, and I'm trying to break it. Pointing that out. You don't have to be proud of me. I am. I made it one day. Let's see if I can do this more often where I don't have to let things bother me like this. Things that don't bother anyone else. I shouldn't be so anal, bro. It's really bad. I have OCD real bad. Really? Really bad. I'm aware of it. I'm trying to focus on that area, try to break some bad habits to just feel more comfortable. Not force. It's a force that comes over me, and I don't control this. And I just go with it instead of just, I don't have to do this. It's just a force that comes over me, and I don't have to do this. Yes, I feel good when it's done, but it can be done anytime. There's certain things that, you just catch yourself like, I don't have to do this. I know I do it, and I understand why, but I don't have to do this to feel comfortable. I can learn to be, and that's where it is too. I have a hard time feeling comfortable in people's spaces because they're not tidy. I have to learn this because, especially, eventually when I have children, they're just not tidy. I have to learn it. And that's where it is I can be in, Morgan's like, dude, I just spent all day chasing her around, cleaning all this up. And it reminded me, but I have more understanding to it. It's like, that's all they're doing is looking for something to do. They get bored. It's a whole little Sagittarius over there. It's like, oh, I wonder what this will do. Let me stick my finger in there. What does this taste like? I get it. For sure. For sure. I get it. They say you got to baby-proof shit. Doesn't matter. That proof is, your poof. That proof will be poof real quick. And there's just shit all over the place. And I get it and shit. So I need to learn, not to let stuff bother me. And literally at this particular moment, it's stuff. It's just stuff. I am like, why didn't I take out my trash? Is where I'm looking at right now. How big is it? One bag of trash. One Walmart bag of trash, probably. Does it smell? No, it's just not supposed to be there. See what I mean? I got it bad. I did do the dishes. I'm working on it. This cleanliness is godliness. Okay, anyways, you need to chill. If you don't chill, the reverse is you refuse to heed the spiritual lesson. You're not listening. The same situation will repeat itself again and again until you do so. The Hangman reverse suggests that this is exactly what this is exactly what is happening. Yeah, you're stuck in a loop. You Fruit Loop. You keep trying to force your way through and remain in control, closing your ears to the voice of your higher self, which is what? Your heart? Which is attempting to direct you on another course. You must take some time to go within and reflect your path. It sucks, dude. I don't want to think about this, right? So let's go back to my shit with Bobby. I don't want to think about it. My heart wants to have this conversation. I don't want to have this conversation. He will never have this conversation with me, but I had to. You have to sit down and think about this, dude. You know what I mean? And it wasn't about it. It was just working through. The heart wants this. Work through the fears of it. Come to an alignment and agreement so that you're not just being pulled apart. And that's what it is I want to have this conversation so bad. My heart wants to have this conversation. He don't want to have it, but I need to have it. So I need to have this conversation with myself. Did you see that all go down like a week ago or two? I don't know. Time is flying. That could have been last week. I think it was 2 weeks ago. I don't know. But that's just really what it is. It's like your heart needs it needs something, and your mind is not giving it what it needs. Your mind is turned off to what it needs, and it's your needs. And you just have to sit there, and you know what I mean? Because the heart is louder than the mind, but the mind controls the body. And that's that fucking free will. So if you don't change your mind, you can't open your heart. It's the battle. That's what I was like, what have I been doing? Battling my mind to open my heart and do what it wants. And a whole bunch came out of it. I got so much closer to what I see as a relationship. And then you put the cherry on top. Then I figured out, then at the very end, I was like, oh, and I wanted to be like this guy. Brian's out there spreading love and creativity and inspiring new generations and trying to be helpful. He doesn't get involved with small shit. He's just trying to make a good impact. He's trying to take care of his family, you know what I mean, and pay the bills. He makes music because he is creative. He stays around people that are like him, and he spreads as far as he can. That's a fucking emperor that built his own fucking kingdom out of love and creativity and inspiration and hopefulness for the next generation. I'm not going to chase him, but I've seen something that in this world that I would want, and that's why I was like, you gave me something to pray for. He's like, thanks for your kind words. He's like, I don't know how, I'm sure a lot of girls say a lot of different things to this guy. Mine are always awkward. But in the sense of, it's like, at the end, it's like, what else do you want? I want it to be like that. That's a cool dude. Gave me something to, you know what I mean? And that's really what it is you have your thing and I have my thing, but yet our things are good things. We align in what we're trying to accomplish in this world, which was make it better. You know what I mean? Just make it better. And again, I'm always trying to fucking make music better. I can't stand this shit. Ugh. So obviously I would admire that. You know what I mean? And I'm always trying to learn. So he's a teacher. So I admired him as a fucking human. It's like, I wouldn't, you know what I mean? It's like when you find something, you don't go over and try to make it yours. You just try to, hey God, I'd like something like that. That looks like something I want in my life. And that's where it is. It's like, oh, that's cool. Give me hope in a hopeless situation. I fell in love. And I'm not going to go over doing all that. I've done that before. I've learned that lesson. We don't do that. Anyways, you must take some time to go within and reflect on your path. Where the fuck are you going? Russ is going in circles. He's getting on an airplane and going somewhere. Are you going to a beach? Are you going to a beachfront because it's getting cold? Where are you going, Russ? Running away. Same like, it's the rest of you. That's why they need to take away my keys, because I'll never stay still. Like, no, I'm bored. I'm going to go to another place in another time. Something fell on the ground. What do we got? What's our spiritual work in hand while we're sitting here? Ah! Me. That's beautiful. That's exactly what I don't project the cards. I live in them. I am the cards. Why? Because it's all about the divine. I am divine. I am an expression of divine energy. It flows through me and around me and all of that. Really? Yeah. I told you about this. Well, at least I got out of being hung around. Actually, I'm supposed to just hang here. I told you. Temperance. Here we go. I'm not going to say the fool. I'm going to say me, because I'm the fool in this damn book. I have passed death. Well, I mean, it died, right? It always dies. It never... Dude, I swear to God, dude. It's like every scary movie you ever saw, dude. They never die. They just come back to life in a different fucking mask. You're like, oh no, it's you again. I wonder what I now am, and what I will become. And that's it. It's like, what am I becoming? I'm just stuck in... That's what I said. I'm stuck in the cocoon. Like, when am I going to transform into something? Where's my rebirth? What's new? Anyways, until now, my conscious was dominated by my ego. My little self made up my desires, fears, and conditioning, and my higher self could gain little ingress. And that's it. My mind was in control. My heart couldn't fucking take control of this organism. Just then, led by a flock of blackbirds, a beautiful woman on a white horse appears. That's not what you see. They show me as a butterfly. Here they show me as... I mean, I'm wonderful. I still have my wings. I believe... I was watching the blackbirds all today. Really? Yeah, they're great. Anyways, just then, led by a flock of blackbirds, a beautiful woman on a white horse appears. I have come to carry your soul to the other world, she tells him. I hold the key that opens the door between the worlds. I, the bridge of the realms of life and death, the manifest and the unmanifest, eternal and external, conscious and unconscious, fire and water. Know that opposites can be united. And that's what it is. It's the fire is the willpower, but the air is your mind, right? So you're trying to mix air and water. Really? Because you're trying to get your waters right with the right amount of air. And you need the right fire. It's a whole... You're brewing up greatness, bro. Really? And the materials that you put in it is the earth. This is alchemy. It happens inside of me all the time. And I'm the in-between, and that's where it is. It's like, can I get on with my life here? Are we going somewhere? Nope, we're just stuck in the in-between. We're stuck in between. We're going to rebirth eventually. That's when I'm like, we're in the death. Temperance means moderation, the recognition that there is a middle way and that extremes are not necessary. The world, moving on. The path of initiation begins with the journey deep down into ourselves so that we may face the darkness, fears, and limitations that lie in the false personality of the ego. And that's where it is. My ego was always in the way about, no. This could never happen. It was the same mindset since the day I met him. My ego self was like, this is impossible. I'm not even going to think about it. And as soon as I tried to, I said it within the first day. This is impossible. You better go work out your fucking marriage because this ain't never going to work. That's the same thing he sees all the time. We look at each other and see that. Our egos see that. They see all this impossibilities. This is too much. I'm just going to go home. I feel it, bro. Since the day I have the messages to prove it. I just don't want to be part of this. This is impossible. Why? I've been trying to find a way out of this since the beginning. Since the beginning, bro. So, that conversation, it's like, fine, I have to finally face this in my head. Only by descending into the darkness can the soul renew itself. In the card of death, the old patterns, which is the card of Scorpio. Death is the card of Scorpio. Death, the old patterns which did not recognize the joyful and abundant flow of the universe energy are released so that we may deal with life as it truly is. What did that mean? The old ways I was thinking about relationships weren't serving me. Simple stuff, and even Morgan had to come in and restructure the way I was thinking. It wasn't serving me, and it wasn't recognizing the joyful and abundant flow of the universal energy, meaning that it's not going to be that way. God, you know what I mean? It won't be what it was. How about that? This is far from the end of the journey. It is just a glimpse at what is possible. We must start to return to the outer world, acting from our connection with the spiritual realm. And that's where you take all of this spiritual from today, all this spiritual knowing, and then tomorrow we take action. This is a difficult transition, which means the process can often be abandoned or rejected as the ego resurfaces, where it tries to, you know what I mean? It didn't work, so I'm going to go back to my old behaviors. Really? That's it. I can't say anything more about that. That's where the ego comes in and it resurfaces and it tries to, take over again. As will be seen in the underworld and the tower, which is the devil card and the tower. You face your shadows again, and the tower falls again. You got to keep breaking through this thought process, this way of life, this relationship, this fear, this belief, this limit. No limit, soldiers. The gap between the world of spirit, between our outer conscious and inner self, between fire and water, earth and air, must be bridged and reconciled. And that's where you have to come to peace with yourself. You have to recognize what's fighting. What's fighting inside of you? Is it your mind going off because it's afraid? Or is it your heart going off because it's fearless and it wants something? You've got to see it, and that's really what it is. I know exactly what it is. Your heart wants something, and your mind is saying no. And you are being torn apart by your willpower. You don't have the willpower to go forward, which is your fire, and you're overflowing with emotions, which is your water. It's fucking up your thoughts and your reality. I'm telling you, this is exactly how it works. In a reading, Temperance indicates that you've been through a difficult time, but this is a card of forgiveness, blessings, and healing if you are willing to allow it. Now is not a time for outward action. Instead, you should be still, listen, reflect, and absorb the lessons you have been given. That's times 2. It says don't do anything. Just chill. And that's all they got in their cards. I'm not seeing anything else. You're just supposed to work on you. They're telling people what I already know. And I'm telling you what they already know. The message from God is clear. To those that can see and feel it, it's clear. We're not supposed to be doing nothing. I told you that last night. Temperance represents a connection to your higher self. That's your heart. They're 2 different voices, guys. Get the pen and paper out and write it down. I promise you, you'll watch the argument go. You'll see which one is coming from love and which one's coming from fear. You'll start to recognize the 2 and start working with the love to eliminate the fear. Love yourself through the things you're afraid of. Guide yourself. You know what I mean? Encourage yourself. Empower yourself to take these steps that you're afraid of. And that's what I'm here to do, is empower you, to show you, hey bro, no matter how much I fuck up my life, God's right there. He's cleaning this shit up. If I take the right steps in love, then I'd make no wrong step. It's when I'm taking steps in fear and desperation and, you know what I mean, out of ego. Like, if I don't do this, then, I'm not going to be nothing. And people are depending on me. And I have to do this for, for all of the wrong reasons. You don't want to do something your heart says because you think it's wrong. Just work through that. Your heart has desires. The more you work with your heart, the more you're becoming your true self. When I first awoken, it was something so simplistic. I sat there for an hour. It was a voice outside and a voice inside. My heart's telling me I need to do this. And I'm like, no, I can't do this. I'm crying to myself. I can't do this. My inner child is outside of me. Is speaking, but my heart is speaking onto it. I can't do this. No, you can. Your feelings matter. How you feel matters. What you think is important. You have to take this step. It took hours, bro. And then it all came out to send a text message. I was so exhausted from the mental battle of the message that it didn't even matter what the response was. I acknowledged that my heart was real, that this is true. And so I followed what my heart did, and it was that simple. It didn't matter what came back. Just the fact that I listened to my heart and what it said had penetrated so much that it wasn't about what they said, but just being brave enough to take that step. It's like, I'm afraid of horse. I'm so afraid of horses. I'm so afraid of horses. I know you are. Trust me. Just get on the horse. You don't have to go anywhere on this horse. I won't take you anywhere. I just want you to feel what it feels like to get on the horse, so you know there's nothing to be afraid of. See what it feels like to sit that high. And you get on the horse, and you're like, damn, I don't know why I was so scared. This is pretty cool. I should have done this sooner. Are you ready to go for a ride? No, I'm really proud though. Can you take a picture? Okay, I'm gonna get down now. And that's really what it is. And then later, you might see a horse and say, can I get on the horse? Rather than running from the idea, now you're like, can I get on the horse? Do you want to go anywhere? No, but just make sure the horse don't go anywhere. I just want to get on. I got on one before. I want to try it again. And that's where it is. You little by little. And then maybe you might just walk with the horse. You know what I mean? And that's what it is about your fears. You're taking it baby steps. Your inner child is very afraid of this world and what it's done, and they don't want to do that again. It's like, oh no, Santa Claus scares the shit out of me. I've seen that guy once before. He fucking terrifies me. I hate the sound of fucking Christmas. I know there's a Santa Claus out there. Hey, he's a good guy. No. Not my uncle that I sat on his lap. He wasn't good. Scary, right? You have to convince yourself they're not all bad guys. They're not all bad girls. They're not all bad people. Not everybody's going to hurt you. Really? Yeah. Alright, let's move on. Temperance represents a connection to your higher self and your spiritual purpose, bringing soul growth, harmony, and a sense of inner peace into your life. You must begin this process by abjuring extremes and pursuing right action, all circumstances, which may not involving acting at all. That's where it is. So there's many of you that have been brewing, and you can't hold it in anymore. So it's time for you to act. For those of us that have been in straight action for a long time, it's time for us to reflect. There's two sides to the coin. Not everybody is on the same energetic field. Realistically, yeah, you've been waiting for a long time to take action. You've been sitting around for weeks, hanging around, not doing shit. As this energy tells us to stay still, this is an opportunity for you to catch up. In some cases, and that's really what it is. If I was in the southern hemisphere, I'd be reading different energy. It's not winter down there. It's about to be spring. They're about to jump into action. It's in their energetic flow. Really? And that's where I am. Time-wise, I'm in Egyptian time. I'm in a whole different energy. So that I'm right in that's where energy lies, in the in-between. Where's the equator run? Does it run over there? I'm not sure, but I catch it all. It's like the Bermuda Triangle. Realistically, yeah. Time is not real. None of that shit. Where you're catching your energy, how it gets to you, depends on some bullshit. You know what I mean? How it hits you. But right here, it's like, you know, those of us that have been in non-stop action are being called to, you know what I mean, take a breather. So when we tap out, then we hand you what? It's your time to play. The game goes on, and the beat goes on. That means that we're sitting on your time to get off the bench and our time to take a minute to breathe. That's it. Really? So if this isn't you, then you know where you are. Okay. Temperance reverse suggests that you often act inappropriately without considering the consequences, going from one extreme to another. Well, I mean, that's the way to balance it. You're extreme, period. You're full of extreme. You learn how to balance it. And that's where I was. Wait a minute. You went from, I'm only getting married, to I just want a friend with benefits? Yeah. Somewhere in there. I'm somewhere in between the two. How did you do that? I changed my mind. It took about 3 years to change my mind. How long will it take you to change it again? I don't know. Watch how fast I work. You may, on a day like today, I might be ready for marriage tomorrow. Back to where I was supposed to be. I don't know. It's just where we're trying to do. I know where I'm trying to get to. There's just, I don't know. There's no linear way. We're just all over the place. You may benefit from visiting a healer, counselor, who will help you understand what changes you need to make in in order to find your greatest purpose and lasting happiness. I want to point something out to you guys right now. You don't have a healer or counselor, a higher self or guide connection yet. Once I started an awakening, I immediately had my spiritual guides and my higher self and God and ascending masters guiding me. It was all through my heart. I heard the voice of my heart and started following that. That's what made this journey take off. I had all that inside. Trying to explain to outside members that didn't have the understanding of the higher level of conscious awakening I was having, and as I was sorting through the psyche in the way that I do, basic, bachelor degree psychologists, that have done an internship, don't understand it. They read about these in psychology. They studied the works, but they don't do it in their fucking, in their little trained physicians fucking circles. So they didn't have the capacity to understand it. When I sat in front of the psycho, I forgot what they're called. There's the one that gives the medications. I explained it all to them, and they did not want to get in it at all, and had no preference to it. It was like I brewed up the perfect fucking brew. They're like, if that's what's working for you, then we're not going to stop it. And it's in my file. I said I was doing street drugs. This amount, I said I am taking the diet pill, which is amphetamine. I am smoking marijuana, and I am microdosing psilocybin. And I smoke tobacco, and I take in a lot of caffeine. I put all that down on there, and I told them about what the effects were and what that was working towards my health, my mental health, and how that was harnessing my mental health. It is in that fucking file that she said, well, continue what you're doing. I had no reason to come back to her and ask her to change my medications. I got to a point where I stopped taking, quite quickly, I stopped taking the diet pill because I didn't need it. It wasn't giving me more energy. I was going through dark nights of the soul where I was just tired. I couldn't take the diet pill and still get out of bed, so I'd stop taking it. It didn't matter. And I used to make jokes. I was like, dude, this is so painful. I want to just blow my heart out. I was like, I have the pills to blow my heart away. I was like, I could literally kill myself with these pills. But I was like, I can't even do it. So there was that, right? Then I stopped taking the mushrooms, right, to take off the edge of the feelings. And I had to just deal with them all. And that's where it was. It's like, so I went seeking therapy, but I had these all inside of me. And that's where people go back. Who taught you? My higher self and the Holy Spirit, God himself. It was all inside of me. I literally had all of that inside of me guiding me. But that's what was terrifying, is nobody outside of me knew what was going on inside of me. In the beginning, I was looking everywhere. I was looking for wizards. I kept saying Gandalf. Then all of a sudden a tarot reader came in. And I was like, guys, this is fucking weird. There's some lady on the fucking internet that is literally projecting. She can pull the cards of what I just been through yesterday. Word for fucking word. This is weird as fuck. What is happening to me? It was so, I became divine in time, like immediately. The voices, I could see the projections immediately. I could see the angels. I could see the spirits. They were telling me what to do, and I was guided. For you guys, though, you haven't got there yet. You're still going through the awakening of your mind and your emotions. Once you start working through it, then you can see, then hear, and feel all that, but it's your heart. I made the first video, bro, after I sat there for 3 hours. And I did what my spirit told me to do, which was send that text message. I was fucking exhausted. Right? And I tell this story. And I'm guided to go to Mother Cabrini's shrine. And it's a whole story. And I get up there, and I'm just like having the hardest time. And I get to the resurrection stone. And my heart, I tell this story. I see this white entity, this white being on top of a mountain. I'm on a mountain, and I see across the mountain near a house, there's a white entity. And I have a conversation from my heart with this entity, and I tell everyone, I can hear it in my mind. My heart is speaking to this entity. And it says to him, where have you been? I'm ready. From the beginning, I was watching the higher self. I was, you know what I mean? At first, it was through the mind. I was, you know, the heart was speaking. I was always in between. I could hear my heart talk, my heart's, you know what I mean, voice and what it was talking to, and I could hear my mind and what it was fighting with. And that's where I sit here as the soul. Oh, Jesus. Then eventually, you know what I mean, I started following my heart. So more and more, I became the heart's voice instead of the mind's voice. I grounded myself into the heart. And then it became, you become the higher self. And now you just know from your heart. That's the true voice, is your heart. And you know the difference between the mind, and you're constantly, now the battle is just the mind. You're not stuck in between your heart. You know your heart, what it wants. You have to go through the mind. Yeah? I can't tell you what it is. I can only tell you what it felt like, dude. And I documented the whole thing. I just woke up. I just woke up in the middle. My mind had all of these egos, altered egos, fractured parts is what they called it later in science. I had these altered egos that I would watch take over my life and how they would act and what they would say. And then I had my hearts telling me to do something about this. You have to change this. You have to stop this. You have to change these things. And that's where I got in, and I started working at it. It was hard. How did it happen? A fucking text message from Bobby. God, get out of my DMs. Just kidding. Talk about awakening. He always brings an awakening. You may benefit from visiting. Yeah, and that's where it is when you're going through an awakening, you're going to need a lot of help. You're going to seek help outside. And be careful who you seek, because the wrong counselor might not have the right understanding of that this is becoming they don't understand that this is a spiritual awakening. They think you're just going crazy, like Kanye. Be careful. Make sure that you express it clearly. You know what I mean? I couldn't express it clearly in the beginning, so they just thought I was bipolar. I didn't know how to express what it meant to be inside of my head clearly. I wasn't bipolar. So what they tried to do was give me a medication that would keep me in one. But that fucked with my energy that fucked with my mind state, because I had a system in my mind that would shift into other personalities, not feelings, personalities. They were trying to keep me in a feeling. So it fucked with my personalities. Your thoughts and emotions could manifest in physical illness. Illness arises from misdirected life force, right? And that's you can't get your thoughts straight, so now your body's all fucked up. But disease has no energy but what it derives from you. Healing is brought about by the lesson of temperance, by allowing the life force to flow freely instead of directing it towards self-destruction. And that's trying to control your heart's desire and trying to make it do what you want. Your body is crying to you some days and it says, I don't want to go to work. And your mind, the willpower, that mindset, that Kobe mindset, that Mamba mindset, will force yourself and your children, your grandma, anybody to get the fuck up and get to work. It's the mentality, the masculine, action-driven tyranny of a mentality. Even though your body is weak and your heart is weak and you've been through so much, you know what I mean? You literally went through a death this weekend. You went to somebody's funeral and your mind is telling you you've got to get up and go to work. You have to perform. Act like nothing happened. You can make it through this. It doesn't give you time. It's like you don't have time for this. And that's where it's fucked up. It's not acknowledging your feelings and what you've been through. And that's where I was. My mind, my ego did not acknowledge my feelings. We'll get through it. Don't worry about it. And that's where it'll come. That's that ego self. It's going to pick me up out of this. It won't let me sit in this. It won't let me feel sorry for myself. And that's Kobe. It's a mentality inside of me. I can't sit here and feel sorry. I have to see this for a good experience. Take this loss as a win. No matter what, I'm going to change this loss into a win. But at the same time, I have to understand that I went through it, bro. And that's where I say to Kobe, I said this in a video last night, I need 1 more minute, please. I know that life goes on. I know I've got to move on from this, but I need more time. I'm not ready. I know I have the strength to go on because I keep going on, but I need more time. That's true love. And that's what this is talking about. And that's what you guys read in my cards. I just need some time. I'll be fine. I always am. I just need to acknowledge what I really went through instead of acting like that wasn't a big thing. Because when you act like you didn't learn from that big act, then you're going to react that big thing. That's all that means. And you got to acknowledge, dude, fuck, I took a fucking beating this weekend, bro. I'm not ready to go to work on Monday. Sometimes, bro, you got to acknowledge that, you know, you have it in you, but not right now. And that's acknowledging your feelings. You guys deny your feminine all the time, which is your feelings, bro. I'm not denying this, dude. Not today. That's why I probably closed the door and didn't make the bed. I'm not denying it. I know how I felt when I woke up. I felt like I needed to stay in bed. I felt like I needed more time. I felt like I needed to rest. Not because God says to do it every Monday, but every Monday my mind tells me to go out and do great things, but I fucking felt it, and I'm honoring my feelings. And again, every fucking Monday, my mind's going to tell me to get up and go do something important and forget what's truly important about this day. One day out of the fucking week, out of every week, I'm taking for myself. Because God told me to, and I understand why it's so important. He will make me work hard in His world every day of the week. But on a Monday, all He can give me is rest, and I have to take it. Because that's all we really need, is a little bit of rest. What's the outcome if we take this rest? Happy family. Wish come true. What is that? This could be a marriage, a happy family, an engagement, a new business off here, a blah, 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 blah. Contentment. 10 of Cups means it's the happiest of cups. All your cups are full. All your feelings are great. Just take some time. Really? I didn't need to read the cards. I told you this before I got online. That's all that it needs. And on a day like today, they're going to feed us a good meal. I'm manifesting chicken sandwiches. Why? I don't know. With lettuce and tomato. That sounds good. I have the Queen of Cups. With my heart wide open, what would make me feel good? That would make me feel good. A chicken sandwich with mayonnaise and tomato and lettuce would make me feel good. That's all I want today, God. Just a chicken sandwich. And I'll lay in bed and watch movies and take care of myself. That's all I can do. I mean, don't get me wrong, I need to go get jobs and I need to keep going and stuff. I am. It's still happening. I don't need to go be like, hey, Walmart. Hey, Target. I did an interview on Friday. Do you think you could call me now? No. I don't need to rush that fucking bus. But definitely, I know I need to do that. And matter of fact, I'm so extra that I'm going to put on a happy face and go shake someone's hand and say, hey, I wanted to put a face to felt a little awkward on that and maybe give you a little bit more background and just kind of say hi. I could do that. And I can also ring that bell again, pick up my phone and call the Salvation Army to see if I can do that again. Check on my seeds, but not today. They're okay. I don't need to check on my seeds today. I just planted them last week. They're okay. I don't need to see if if my weed plant is budding yet. It needs some more time in the dark. That's not how weed grows. You're going to blow it out. Don't open the door. Let it grow. What if I told you that a flower blooms in the dark? Did you know that about weed? They have to be it has to be on a very strict schedule. And people, you know what I mean? They try to put it in more dark because that's when it does the most. It grows the most. It's more potent. You have to. And let me just point out, it's the female plant that buds. You have to remove the male plant for her to bud beautifully. She only needs him to bear this beautiful seed. Oh, and then I shared that. That was hilarious. I found him on Instagram. I thought it was kind of goofy, but might as well, right? What if God planned this? What was it? There's some 79-year-old man, some millionaire that's looking for an heir. No, he's looking for a breeder. He wants someone. It's Henry VIII all over again. He's looking for the perfect breeder. I was like, that's me. God made me the perfect womb. I'm looking for a seed to place in here. Do we have to actually have sex? Because I have sex issues, and I bet you do too. And I was like, his name is Sir something something. I was like, see, he looks like a good man that I could call Sir instead of you running around calling him Daddy. He doesn't care about my personal affairs. Nor do I care about his. It's a 52-room mansion. Are you a sugar? I'm not going for the fucking, I was going for the seed. God wants us to have babies. I get this. We better do something about it. You're looking for the right breed. I'm looking for the right seed. I'm the gatekeeper. You obviously have the keys. You look like a king. He's a total king of pentacles. He's got his whole life. He's got his legacy. He's just looking for the right girl to give it to. I nominate myself as tribute. In the essence, he's an older man. I could sit around and listen to his life and learn a lot. He's from a different culture. I feel like this could work. This has nothing to do with, sugar daddy type shit. This looks like a great partnership. Based on trust and freedom and understanding. Really? Yeah. I don't think he's trying to. He's not on the right. I mean, I guess if he's in Tinder. How much juice do you think this guy got in him? Believe. It's something to believe in. Might not be my type, but I'm willing to accept love in different forms. Realistically, it doesn't look like he's going to tie me up to a bed and, ask me to clean his house. I'm sure he's got a cook and a fucking housekeeper. He doesn't have that big of a sexual desire. He wants a family. He's 80. Maybe he could stick around till 100. That's cool. 20 years. Your dad is 100 years old. Call him Father Time. It's not fully real, but it's funny because your imagination, your mind creates your reality. And you can see it in the real world. It's like, did I manifest this? This is too perfect. Are you going to take a shot? Yeah, I'm going to go fucking hit him up. He looks in the DMs. Could be a divine masculine. Really? I mean, do you see anything wrong in this? He might not even want to have sex. He just wants to have a holy child. That's exactly what I'm trying to do. God told me to have a holy child. I went to Temperance again. Let's talk about the 10 of Cups. So wish come true. Reward. All right. If the 9 of Cups... All right, let's talk about my Fool's journey. As the Fool, as I enter the inner where the laughing group of friends celebrate a plentiful harvest. And that's what happens in here. What happens when you go in the dark? You find all the light and it's a big fat joke and everybody's laughing about all the shit you've been through in your life. I think it's funny. They're going to come and remind me. That's what they were doing this morning. You told him. Yeah, I told him. That hurt your feelings, Bobby. I know it hurt your feelings. No man has ever heard that. Why do I have to be your wife when I could fuck you for free? He told me something. He's like, I'm not a trophy. I didn't say you were. I am. What do you have more to give? What do I want? Children? This 80-year-old man, Sir So-and-so, wants to give me children, wants to give the right woman children. You don't want to give no one children. If I got pregnant by you, I couldn't even tell you. Can't handle the responsibility. This 80-year-old man is up for the gig. He still has it in him. In some way, shape, or form. Anyways, that's what we're laughing about. I told him that, and it's true. And that's it. You don't want to be my man, you just want to fuck me. Fine. I don't want to be your wife. I just want to fuck you. And I told you, let's fuck. And then what happened? You blocked the door? Oh, you didn't like it? You didn't like it? You didn't like when I become you? The Holy Spirits were like, damn, bitch. Yeah, men never thought about that, huh? Never thought about it. I hit you guys with so much shit this week, dude. You guys are all fucked up in your mentality. Talking about your fucking waiting for men to ejaculate in porn. I fucked you all up. Talking about all your shit. You guys are all fucked up. I told you how your actions stem from your lack of a father and how your nurturing stems from a lack of a mother. I fucked you all up, dude. You're all fucked up. Do something about it. Sit there with your feelings and see what you can do. All right, what do we got? The blonde woman oversees the merriment and turns, I am LILITH, and the name means delight, she says. Some call me LILITH Publicia, or the joy of people. I don't know if I said that right. Pubilis, I don't know. I saw pubic. Public? Policia? I don't know. The joy of the people. Because I am the goddess of joy and festivities, we are celebrating the completion of a harvest which has been abundant. As you can see, but it would not be possible without friends who are worked together to bring it in. And I was thinking about that this morning. You know, at the beginning of the month, Steve's Love Tarot said it's going to feel like your spirit guides took the month off. I know, where the fuck? That's because I've been doing shit all month. It's not like they took the month off. It's that I've been in action. They're not there while I'm in action. They're there, you know, sitting on the sidelines. When I'm inactive, that's where we sit together. And that's why these days are so important with Kobe. He comes in and I sit with him and he shows me what I did and said and she could have done better. Nobody. There's Nate in the back. Does it? Everybody's watching this, bro. The whole universe is watching this. You might be watching from your fucking wherever the fuck you are. Lilith took life, and she's about to get life right, and we're gonna watch her make it all right. Do it all right this time. They are called in to make sure that I get this right. That's why I yelled at them. I'm not supposed to be making mistakes. What the fuck are you doing? Because that's it. Why didn't you tell me? And I go to them. I know when it's my turn to shine. I can't get it wrong. I can only do it better. Nobody. Really? Yeah. The whole universe. They're like, wow. That's where I was like, oh, I just got fucked up, dude. Come on, give me a break here. I know you're excited for, you know, me making it through that, but that was some shit. That's where it is. It's like, oh, you ready to go home and be celebrated? No, I'm just going to chill here for a while, dude. I know they're ready to see me, but I'm not ready to see them. Tell me all about it. I don't want to. I've got out alive. That's all that matters. We're celebrating the completion of a harvest which has been abundant, as you can see, but it would not be possible without friends you see here, who work together to bring it home. Humans are social beings, and you only survive because of the actions of others. There is barely a moment in your life when this is not so. Most of the happiness in life comes from a relationship with others. And that's what I said. You know, as tragic as this irritating relationship is with him, every time and that's the twin flames. Oh, I don't get a man out of this. I get a healing out of this. Serious healing. Where I become a better person every time I go through this negative-ass situation. So negative. If the Nine of Cups is about personal achievement, then the Ten of Cups is about lasting achievement with happy relationships with others. This might be your family and friends or a partner that you choose. I'm not choosing. I just told you that. Maybe this guy chooses me to have babies and I move to fucking Europe and live in a fucking mansion and shit. I don't know how he feels about my religious beliefs. It is one of the most positive cards in the deck that represents a perfection and satisfaction of human relationships with love and support extending in all directions. I thought we were in alignment. That's what I said. Why don't you just admit it? All you want to do is fuck. You just want to fuck. And then I was like, well, what else can I do with you? All we can do is fuck. So then that's all we're doing. We're fucking, right? Oh, we're not fucking, huh? Fine, then I'll find someone else to fuck. Fuckhead. This is the ultimate power of... I'm not fucking. I'm not fucking. You're not fucking, so fuck off. This is the ultimate power of the Suit of Cups. After I decided what I want, I'm going to get what I want, even if it's not through you, doucher. And that's where you get real mad. You can't fulfill my wants and desires. I don't think you're ever going to be able to keep me fed on that particular department. This is the ultimate power of the Suit of Cups, an element of water and joy of the wonder of life. The reverse denotes relationships gone wrong. Oop, it went a little sour. They may be family quarrels, broken friendships, heartbreaks, even violence, divorce, or isolation. Ew, I'm not in that negativity. That could be going on. Are you finally going through a divorce? Probably not. Probably not. Take some time to consider the situation, weigh on what you want and what you don't, but recognize you had a part to play in what's happening. Yeah, your relationship sucks because it sucks because you didn't be honest that you didn't like it. I don't know. I take full responsibility to the fact of my relationship sucks. Okay, that's it. It's very simple. Take some time to be happy. You just need time. That's it. You need time to heal, and then you'll be happy. Do you see any new love prospects? I don't know. They're always on the horizon. I'm not looking. I'm going inwards, not outwards. I don't know what's outside of me. I'm worrying about what's inside of me. That's all that matters. Is there another card we need to see? I knew it. Love is in the air. One more. Oh, just content. I'm totally content. And that's what the Divine Feminine, I told you. This is, to me, the Lover's card. To you, it's like a happy union, but to me, it's coming into union with yourself. This is my Divine Feminine. This is my heart and my mind are coming in alignment. I don't give a fuck who's out there. I gotta line myself up. Right? For what? Whatever's out there. Really? Yeah, you're never gonna understand this because you're not divine. And you're not working with your feminine energy. You're working through a distorted ego. Listen here, Igor. The ego. Listen to your heart. Just listen to it. If you're not ready to take action on it, at least understand why you can't. And for those of you that can't, that's what this is all about. For those of you that can, then do it. Do the can. Show me what you can do. Show me what it works. Show me what you're working with. Hey, I love you. Laters. Bye-bye now. Good luck to you. Good luck. Good luck.